Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode of our Malaga career mode, where today we have ourselves a couple of games in today's episode. We have one against Oviedo, as you can see, who are one place behind us at the moment in 5th. And we also have this side, which I'm not too sure who they are, not too sure where they are in the league either. We'll have a quick look now to see. Maybe the team in 14th, I'm going to guess. So, about a mid-table side, not too bad, but as you can see there, we are currently sat in 4th, and Oviedo sat in 5th. So a pretty intense first couple of games maybe for us. As you can see, we've literally doubled the goals conceded for us over Oviedo, but we've also nearly scored twice as many. So yeah, it's not doing too badly. We've won 4, drawn 1 and lost 1. But yeah, let's get into these first game of the episode against Oviedo and see what we can do here. Right, quick pre-match press conference before we get in to our first game of the episode. Let's see what they have to say. A big game. Who'll win it? At our best, we'll beat anyone. Exactly, Manuel. Say it with chest, brother. Will your last win have the opposition worried? It's about the result. Confidence counts. The lads are in great form. The lads are in great form. Exactly. And finally, we have, how can your team find consistency? It's not like we've been that inconsistent in 6 games to have won 4, lost 1 and drawn 1. That isn't that inconsistent. The boys are working hard at it, and if I carried that on for every 6 games, I'd be happy with where we'd be sat in the league, to be fair. Here we are, boys, ready for the first game of today's episode. Hopefully put on a good performance. We'll have to wait and see about that, but hopefully we can put in a decent performance for our first game of the episode against Oviedo. We are away from home at the Stadion Europa. Here we go, lads. Underway for our first our first game. Clearly a bit too excited there, as Baston has the ball. We'll try and take it off him. So far we're not able to, and that is a very good ball through to start this game off for Oviedo. We'll start tracking back. It's a good block and a not cleared ball so far. It's looking less. Oh my god, we're 1-0 down already. It's 3 minutes in, and it is a Borja Baston who has gave Oviedo the lead. It was not a good start to the half. We just couldn't get the ball clear to start it out. As you can see here, getting that header off and then just not able to get the ball clear. And in the end, it was a very, very nice finish there from Borja Baston. Very well placed finish indeed. Centre back in this game, he has looked solid out there, as Medrano charges up but loses the ball, and that could be an issue out on this right hand side for them to come forward. Diarra gets himself in a position, but not a good enough one, and it's a good save in the end by the keeper to stop Baston getting his 2nd goal of the game. Right, here we go. Corner again for Oviedo. We try and get this one clear, and Bukhari cannot win the header. It was directed straight towards him, but whoever that is for Oviedo, Tarin, I believe his name is, has just ran straight through him basically there, and put a brilliant header into the far post to make it 2-0 now to Oviedo. We are not looking good so far. A big header into that far corner, very well placed header, not much chance for the keeper whatsoever. Even from that angle, it was a very well placed finish, but Bukhari shouldn't have been getting absolutely battered out of position there. Right, we'll ping this one in from Vialba. It's a good cross, and it's a big header. I think that might be, I'm not sure if it's Gamvula or Bakari. I think it might be Bakari, because that's Gamvula at the back post, I believe. But that could have been a very good way to react to just conceding. If you can turn on the afterburners, mate, that would be perfect. But he hasn't, and he has been tackled very easily in the end. Medrano out on this left-hand side, doing well at left-back so far, as Diarra needs to find himself in a position to try and defend this, and that was very close to going into the back of the net. That is half-time, boys. A very, 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 very poor first-half performance. We could very easily be more than 2 goals down so far. We have not looked good on the ball. We have not looked good defensively. It's just been a very poor showing, and Oviedo is showing us the reason why they deserve to be in the position we are in right now, and we are definitely not living up to that expectation. As we'll try and build ourselves back out, as Diarra gets quite lucky there in the end. Lund can play an easy ball through to Gamvula, who is through on goal now, can take a shot and finds the back of the net, and this man is actually a boss. The 2 signings we have made up front this season so far have been outrageous. They have been outrageous. Outrageous finishers. Gamvula does well to turn his man. Puts a powerful effort at the keeper. Probably from that angle and that place of a finish maybe should have done better. It was probably the power that put him off. But yeah, we're back in it, boys. Getting himself in a decent position, whips it into the box, and somehow Kleinheister didn't manage to get a foot to that. It's now with Baston again into Enrich. It's spread out wide to Flores, and we are well out of position. They've got so many men forward again. Lund has not managed to get there, and neither has the keeper, and that is 3-1 to Oviedo now. And that is probably going to be the end of the game for us to actually get ourselves back into it. And Rich has been an absolute baller all game, and he's proved it with a goal now to top up that tally. And here, the amount of men that they managed to get forward in one attack against how many defenders we've got is actually ridiculous. Like, every time we get 2 centre-backs there, they seem to have 4 men running at them. I don't get how they manage it. And right now, as we were looking like we were about to build something special and get ourselves into this game, we've absolutely flopped it. But as I say that, Bakari is running through, takes an effort at goal, and it is saved by the keeper. Villalba picks up the ball, gives it out to Bakari, who we know has the pace to beat his man. But he doesn't show it at all, and that is poor from him. He was the man I was most excited to use, and it's a big effort, and it's a good save in the end by the keeper. But we'll try and at least do something to give us a bit of hope, as we'll give the ball to Bakari again, who needs to sprint this one out wide. He's not really done a very good job. He's managed to knock it into DUBBY, and he's tried to play the ball to Gamvula. It's came to him again, and he's managed to put it straight at the keeper twice. That is how much of my game it is not going to be today. We have got the ball back with Bakari. We'll give it back. It's just not happening for us. This is not the game for us to be winning. As you can see there, I praise Gamvula. He never misses them kind of opportunities, and he has fluffed that one. Very good football, but Gamvula, it wasn't the best of pass from Aries in the end, which has let us down a lot. That could have been massive if that ball, if that pass was a little better. To Gamvula, but it's going to be 4 now, I think. And yep, that is tragic goalkeeping. I'm sorry, I have defended this man all game with his saves and everything like that, but he should have been saving that. I think he did get a touch to it from Borja Baston, and he still managed to slip it underneath. You just knew it wasn't going to be our game from the very start when we couldn't get a touch of the ball before conceding, and that just wraps up everything that I concluded. Like I said, if Gamvula isn't putting away the finishes that the chance that he has just got, if he's not putting that away, there's no chance of us winning this game. into the centre. It's an easily won ball back. If we can play this through to DUBBY, who is into the box. He's managed to get there and it's still saved by the keeper. It's just not good enough finishing this game. A 4-1 defeat to Oviedo today. A poor performance away from home. We started the first half could have ended as 4-0, to be honest. The way we played and defended and attacked in that first half was tragic. But even in the favoured second half for us, where we normally really improve, we did. We started it out the second half out brightly, but we just could not keep it going. And I don't know what it was that let us down in that half, but in that game, just the way they counter-attacked in this, they haven't got the quickest of players, but how quickly they move the ball forward is outrageous, and they were just such a difficult team to beat today. And here we are for the post-match interview. What do you think went wrong today? We needed a goal when it mattered. We have to make sure we keep our heads. We needed a goal when it mattered. That Gamvula chance that he missed, that let us down massively. But it was still no excuse for the rest of the game, because the rest of the game we just didn't play well. That could prove a costly defeat. Are you unhappy with your team? We've mugged ourselves again. We looked toothless today. We competed, but it wasn't enough. We looked toothless today. We just... They looked like the better team the whole way through that game, to be honest. Apart from the very start of the second half, we looked like the better team, but only in that little spell. And it was quite a heavy defeat today. Could your team have done more? Yes, 100% we could have done more. We were beaten by the better team on the day. That's very true. We were beaten by the better team, but we should have very, very much done better in that one. And Diara is saying, hey Gaffer, thanks for listening what I had to say. I really appreciate the chance while I'm in such good form. You're playing very well at the moment, Diara. I'm very proud of you. Right, so we have a monthly scouting report, and there's only one real player there that we're actually interested in, to be honest. So the rest of them can go, and we have also sold that man there, Pablo Chavaria? Right then, boys, so after that defeat, we have currently dropped to 8th. We have got a game in hand against a couple of the teams above us, but it's probably a chance that we have fell out of our position now. We have now got that side, Ponferradina, I think the team's called, who are currently 4 points behind us. Let's get into this game and see if we can improve. And here we are. Gamvula here is La Liga's top goal scorer at the moment. La Liga Smartbank's top goal scorer at the moment. We are looking... Our two new signings, like I say up front, have looked absolutely beast mode so far this season, and hopefully they can carry it on for the rest of the season. It's just the rest of the side, especially the defence, that needs to improve a little bit, because to be fair, the defence has been playing well. We've just come out harshly from some results. But yeah, let's get into this game and hopefully improve off the last performance. Here we go. Starting this one out, we are back in Malaga for our game today. Hopefully put in a decent performance as DUBBY picks up the ball. Now to Jimenez, who will slide the ball down the right hand side to Bakare, who is in behind, already taking a shot, and somehow the keeper one hand clutched that. Ball played upfield, easily won back straight away, and Bakare this time can run through. Plays a ball through to Gamvula, it's in, but I think he's going to be offside there. He wasn't. How was he not offside there? Gamvula, that was positioning and a half, and Bakare, I was trying to play that ball to DUBBY there, right? And it even caught the centre-back and the right back out of position, and the keeper, and I'm not surprised, because that ball was meant to go straight through to DUBBY, which the ball probably would have been intercepted, but what a ball from Bakari to Gamvula, and a very, very easy finish in the end. Nearly managed something. Right, Sasaldo to come back forward though. Medrano, I did mean to give that to Villalba there, but it is fine. Kleinheister back to Sasaldo. We'll give it through to Dovbyk, who is in a decent position. It's came to Gamvula again, who has managed to get into double figures in goals. That is his 10th goal of the season in 8 matches. That was actually a shot there from Dovbyk. I ain't even going to lie. But Gamvula, who's done very well there and managed to put the ball in the back of the net, not let that phase him, and he's managed to smash it, and it's 2-0 to the boys. We are looking a 10 times better side today. Not managing to get the ball back there. Good interception from Jimenez, quite an easy one in the end, to be fair, as we'll try and drive upfield. We have looked dangerous from the wings so far in this game, but that is poor from actually Jimenez. What the hell did you manage to do there? It's not quite worked out, but it was still absolutely perfect, and Jimenez is back on it again. He can get Gamvula his hat-trick. It's not came to him, and Kleinheister has hit the post there. He should have at least put that at the keeper. Oh, it was actually at the keeper. It's turned out for a corner. Right, Sasaldo to Kleinheister. Bakari was looking for the run, but Jimenez has found the ball. Jimenez still coming forward. We'll play it inside to Bakari now, and that is a big chance now for Bakari, and I took that way too far forward. Right, ball smashed through. Bakari, obviously quite a short player, didn't have much of a chance against this lad, but Jimenez has very easily managed to take the ball off of this lad after a very big mistake, and if we can whip this to the back post, as that is exactly what I was aiming for, but the keeper done very well there. I seen that run being made from Dovbyk, went for the pass, and it probably could have been a better finish in the end. He had a lot of time to think about that one, but never mind. Another cross to be put into the box, a bit deeper this time, and it's a better one, and it's somehow into the back of the net. That was a poor header. I'm sorry, that was a poor header from Dovbyk, and I'm going to apologise for that one, because that was fully the keeper's mistake. Don't get me wrong, I understand that it took a bounce just before he went to save it, but from cross, it was a good place cross, but their defence there, they had 3 or 4 players in that position that all had the chance of winning that header. And Dovbyk beat all of them to it, and I'm sorry, the keeper needs to be doing better there as well. That is poor defending, and it's 3-0 now to you boys. That is the end of the first half, boys. A 3-0 first half for us to go into this. 2 goals so far from Gamvula, and that's from 2 shots as well, and also a goal from Dovbyk, who could have scored a header just before he scored that one from the corner. So far, if I hadn't been as stupid with a couple of the chances that I had in that first half, it very easily could have been 4-2-5, maybe. But because of a couple of misplaced passes and stupid decision making where I shouldn't have played a pass where I have, has let us down a little bit with that. But hopefully, as you know, our side only grows in the second half so far this season. So if we manage to grow in this second half, this is going to be a cricket score, boys. Now Ojeda is this man on the ball. We'll try and get the ball back, and it's again another easy interception, and Diarra again charging upfield. It's now with Gamvula, who is going to try and split it here, and Dovbyk, hold up, Dovbyk, go on lad, there we go. Dovbyk grabs himself his 2nd goal of the game as well. We will still apologise, because that, again, his 2 goals so far have come from defensive mistakes, whereas Gamvula have just been quality finishing, realistically. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he's not done well to finish these chances, but it has both been chances where the defence should have done something, the keeper should have done something, and he's managed to put it in the back of the net at the end of the day, and that is 4-0 to the boys, and just how I wanted to start this half. Bakari gives the ball to Jimenez, who obliterated this right-hand side in the first half. Gambula picks up the ball, slide the ball into Dovbyk to get him a hat-trick. That was poor. That was very poor there. We should have had 5. Right, Villalba with another corner. It's another good... Oh, don't, boys. Come on. I think it's Lund that's managed to put that in. It is indeed. It's 5-0 to you boys now. It's a beautifully placed cross from Villalba. To be fair, it weren't the best place, but again, 4 men around that ball that all needed to be more committed to taking that off of Lund. But he didn't even manage to climb higher than the other guy. He just was more committed to winning the header. And it is another goal for us. A very nice placed header from Lund, don't get me wrong, but it's poor defensive play so far. Not managing to do anything as of yet. Bakare should have done better and has managed to win the ball back against the wing back after a poor touch. And now it's another chance for us to get a goal. It's a good ball into the box, and Dovbyk again not quite able to get there. Now it's back to Sasaldu. No, Bakare. No. Oh, God's sake. Boys, come on. I know that we're 5-0 up, but you can't be slacking on chances like this. Right, chance for us to come back forward. Big header there from our man in the centre. Dovbyk has done well and is still doing well. Somehow managed to keep his head around that. Can play the ball back into Gambula, and it is a chance and it is a goal after an assist from Dovbyk to Gambula, who after getting 2 goals in the first half has finally managed to get himself that hat-trick, and it is now 6-0 to you boys. What a contrast in games. The game against Oviedo getting absolutely manhandled. This game manhandling the hell out of Ponteferia. It should have been probably better there from the keeper again. To be honest, in that position, don't get me wrong, he's done well to place that where he did, but still should have been better. Right, here we go. Back underway again. 6-0. 6-0. I would not have... Honestly, I would have bet on us winning this game, but I would not have bet us on us winning by this many goals, as we'll try and slide the ball through to Dovbyk, who is on the ball now to get himself the hat-trick. He has flopped it, and it still nearly went into the back of the net. Oh my God, if that had gone in and made it 7, that would have been outrageous. Not quite managed it. If we can try and get one last attack out of this, but Tavares has got other things on his mind. Could be one. No. If we can try and lure something of getting Dovbyk his hat-trick, or just give Gambula another one, boys. Or we'll try and slide it. I was trying to be less selfish and it didn't work. Villalba gives the ball to Dovbyk, who can turn his man. He's done well. He's done very well, and he's not managed to put the ball in the back of the net. That is full time, boys. A dramatic end to the game. Dovbyk not quite got the legs on him to get himself that hat-trick at the end, but Gambula did get his. 3 shots at goal and 3 goals in the back of the net. That is a mad performance. Like I said, the contrast in this game between losing 4-1 in the last one, losing and then winning this one by 6-0. I would have betted on us winning this game. Yes, 100% I would have betted on us winning this game. But not by this sort of scoreline. This was one hell of a performance from the boys. And here we are for the post-match interview. Let's see what they have to say. Did Gambula's hat-trick surprise you? Gambula can lead this team to great things. If he improves the way I'm hoping he will, to go up in overalls, if thingy is working, he will be one hell of a player before long. But were you surprised by how comfortable a victory this was? Our defending gave us the platform. The lads were up front were ruthless, and we were the lads up front were ruthless. I think that's where it springboarded that performance from, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, the defence was outrageous today, but it was more for the fact that they played poorly coming forward than anything else for defensive-wise today. That was a game you always felt in control of. Maybe the score, we deserved our goals today, 100%, and we did definitely deserve more. We could have very easily netted 10 today. Right, so we've got a couple of transfer offers here. We've got Josabed, who has got an offer of 600k. We're going to go up to, let's go up to $1 million and 600k and see what they can offer us between there. We then have this one for Escarzi. His first offer so far, we should be between 220 and 400. Well, they've given us over that already, so if we delegate this to 600 and see what they can give us, and whatever we get we'll take, basically. And we have two year loan deals, one from Atletico Independiente. I think that may be, I'm not sure if it's Brazil or Argentina. And then we have one with Levante, who are currently one league above us. I think the Brazilian team's going to be a better one to go for, realistically. But we'll accept that one first, and then we'll accept Levante's anyway, because if he goes out on loan for 2 years, he could come back quite decent. Right then, boys, so that will be where we end today's episode. We have ourselves, in the next episode, 2 more games. Oh, wait, Levante are in our league. Oh, that I've made a big mistake if that is the case. Shit. Right, we've got Las Palmas and... Oh, it begins with a H and I cannot remember how you pronounce it. In the next game, in the next episode, shall I say, we are currently sat in 7th after our big 6-0 win. But again, we still have a couple of games, a couple of teams above us that we have games in advance of. Oviedo, who beat us earlier on, are now 3rd, which is a bit disappointing. But we have Las Palmas, who, to be fair, at the start of the episode were in 2nd. They are now in 4th, so we have maybe a bit more of a chance than I thought we did. Ponferradina are still in 13th, and then Husesa, I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name, but they're in 15th at the moment, not on the best of runs so far. But yeah, we'll give it our best shot. Villarreal B are not doing great at all at the moment, but yeah, hopefully we can improve in the next episode. Obviously, we've done well in this episode. We're actually only 3 points behind Las Palmas, so I didn't even know. But yeah, we have not done too badly this episode. When you think how well we played that first, how badly, shall I say, we played that first game, it was a tragic performance. But to come off the back of that last game, where we've just battered a team 6-0, who are only mid-table, that was a very, very good performance. Don't get me wrong, the team that they had played very poorly. They played very poorly. But at the same time, you still need that confidence to finish off the chances and actually execute against someone that's playing poorly. So I think we still did well there. But yeah, hopefully on to bigger and better things in the next episode. But we'll have to wait and see. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero